And you were the one that I could vibe with the easiest,
Yeah.
and you're the most legitimate. You show your numbers and everything like that, and I was like, okay, dude, your group. Oh my god, the winners group is so dope.
I know, right?
No, mate, like they're strong. Like honestly, they're strong. So that's like the only group I'm always on Facebook. I'm like, okay, let's see what I can learn on here.
Okay, everyone. So I have Kevin here. It is the first week of January 2020. And this is an update because when we filmed our success story, it was actually back in December. And Kevin's business has just blown up that much more. So Kevin, please share. How are things going?
Oh man, they're doing fantastic, Tamara. So I think when we talked, I think I was at like 40,
50,000.
about 50,000, right? So I
And
was
you guys will see the proof later. Don't worry.
chill. We're on it. Let me bring it up. So I'll send you the screenshot of my like peak of it. So my peak was at 112,000. Yeah, $112,000 in the past 30 days. That was like peak.
Was that one or two products?
That's two products fully in stock. And that was from like November 24th to December 24th or something like that. Somewhere in that range. I'll send you the screenshot of that. And then in the past 30 days now, I I ran out of stock for both my products.
I think we all did.
Yeah, and then like I ran out and then it came in, but it wasn't fully processed yet. So there's like little sales coming in and I didn't close my listing. But in the past 30 days, it is 78,000. Is that clear? Can you see that?
Yep, I can see it.
Okay, cool. So 78,000, and then I'm finally back in stock. So that
Boom!
is boom. Just back in stock yesterday. And that's a lot more than 50K, I'll tell you that.
To post a lot of the posts that Kevin had posted in my FBA winners group because he has been so helpful with everybody who is just starting their Amazon FBA journey. And we want to share with you all lovely faces how it has been with Kevin. And he's here to tell you the real deal. Kevin, how are you today?
I'm great, Tamara. How are you?
I'm good.
Great. Cool.
You know, I try to be good.
I know you try to be good. We had a lovely conversation right before this.
We did. We did. I was just trying to get to know Kevin a little more, what made him start selling on Amazon, how he found Amazon, and what he did for a living. So speaking of that, Kevin Pack, who are you? How old are you? And what do you do for a living?
All right. What's up, guys? So my name is Kevin Pack, P-A-K. That's how you spell it. And I'm 23 years old, and I live in California. And I've been living here most of my life, or actually all my life. Just kidding, all my life. And I'm currently a personal trainer right now, and I have my own personal training business, and I do online coaching for personal training and stuff like that. And I've been doing that for like 5 years, I think. Yeah, about 5 years.
So let's see that six pack.
There are children here, okay?
So you said you do personal training, which is amazing. So you already set your own schedule. And before we got on camera here, Kevin was saying he also went to school and he did not like going to school. Let's hear more about that story, like what you were telling me earlier.
Yeah, so I was going to school for, I already knew like I was going into personal training and stuff like that. I kind of figured like personal training would be my thing for like the rest of my life, and that's what I thought, right? So I figured I'd go to school and learn about kinesiology. Later to find out that basically kinesiology did not translate to personal training at all. And then I figured, okay, well, if I'm going to do my own personal training business, then I should go into a business major. And then little did I know that business major did not translate to that business at all. They didn't teach me, about how to talk to people, how to gain more clients or anything like that. It was nothing like that. So I was in the middle of my accounting class and I was like, okay, I'm going to try to do this on my own. And I set a goal. If I don't accomplish this goal by this certain amount of time, then I would go back to school. So I left and I reached my goal super, super early, and I never looked back.
Okay. So how did Amazon appear
So
with all this?
basically, okay, this is what's funny. So I thought personal training was going to be my thing for the rest of my life. And then I realized like I had a lot of clients. And so I was training at the gym like 12 hours a day, 7 days of the week. I literally spent all day at the gym. And on top of that, I have my own training. So I'm an athlete as well. And I compete in Olympic weightlifting and powerlifting before that. So I was at the gym all damn day. And then I was getting burnt out really, really quick. You know, I was making good money, but I was like, damn, I cannot do this for the next 10, 20 years of my life. You know, I can only be young for so long. You know, Asian don't crack, but, but eventually it's going to crack.
Yeah.
So I was like, I need to find a way to start making some passive income, you know? So I just literally searched like passive income and stuff. And I came across things like Shopify, drop shipping, whatever, FBA, affiliate marketing. And so FBA just kind of seemed like the most legitimate and the most appealing to me, you know, because I shop on Amazon. So I'm like, this makes sense. Why wouldn't I have a product that's on a trustworthy website? So yeah, that's how I came across it.
So when was the very first day, not the first day, but what month and year would you say when you like just got your inventory into Amazon?
Okay, this was in the summer of 2018. Yeah, around like I'd say June, or no, actually sooner than that, like May. Yeah.
Okay.
May was when I had it, my inventory in.
Right. And I remember from some of your Facebook posts, you said that you failed miserably.
Yeah.
With your first, was it 2 products or just 1?
3. Girl, I failed 3 times.
I failed I failed miserably
I heard about that one.
selling cell phone cases. And then I failed miserably with Shopify, which was, so altogether I lost 20 grand. How much did you lose?
I lost $10,000 in total in those 3 products, between those 3 products.
Okay.
So your boy was broke, basically.
So do you mind telling the audience what those loser products were?
All right. So listen up, because you guys don't want to do this shit. All right. So
Jade rollers.
Well, for sure, jade rollers. Don't do that. My first one was a ultrasonic animal repeller. That was really bad. Got flooded by the Chinese market and just got like everyone had the same product, and it was just really bad. The next one was a letter board. I feel like a lot of people know about that one. Yes,
there was a time and place for that.
Yes, like if you got into that early, that was a thing. But I got into it way too late.
Trendy.
Very trendy. And I didn't know how to differentiate the product. And that was a big key. So listen up, differentiating. And then my third product was silicone cooking utensils. And that was just a straight up commodity. Like
that's like a garlic press.
Straight up. I'm like, I could go to Target and get that. And that was the big mistake. It was a commodity and too easily accessible.
Yeah. It's like toilet paper.
Yeah. Like, why would you ever do that?
No. Guys, don't sell stuff like that. So thank you for sharing your list of loser products. Okay. So onto the winning product. Let's talk about Happy Times. Mm-hmm. When did you find your winning product, and how much did you invest for your first winning product shipment?
Okay, so when it came to the winning product, I found that like later in 2018, I say around like the November time.
So a year from now.
Yeah, about that time. And I didn't step on the gas pedal for that one just yet. I wanted to kind of let it, I wanted to take time a little bit more to analyze the market. Because the way I look at products now is that I look at it as a potential and look back at it in a week later or in another week later, just to see how it's doing, right. And give myself time to think about like, okay, how can I differentiate this product, mm-hmm. make it better? So I found it around November, and I didn't really start like making orders for that product until like January. Yeah, so from November.
So January of this year. Yeah, January of 2019. This video will probably go up January 2020. Okay, so it took you a few months to analyze, to really make sure, because you had 3 loser products.
Oh yeah, I couldn't. I was gonna be like
10
homeless.
grand down.
Yeah, straight up, it was gonna be
Yeah.
bad.
So okay, so you did the product differentiation because, well, I know what Kevin is selling, but we're not going to share on the channel. So what steps did you take to really discover that your product was different from others? Well, how did you do those steps?
So the biggest thing that I thought about, because I already knew from my past products that failed, the biggest thing was, like I said before, differentiating. So how can I make my product stand out more, and how can I provide more value and make it better than competitors? So the way I came across my 2 products, my 2 winning products, is that I looked at a hole in the market. I looked at it and I was like, okay, they have all of this kind, but it's missing this. So I'm going to put that in there. And then that's basically how I came across it. And then my suppliers kind of were able to work around it and, you know, make it happen. And then boom.
So you didn't give up. You just kept going.
Yeah, learning and
And how much per unit did you pay your supplier?
I spent, I believe it was like $6. No, about $5 per unit.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, about $5 per unit. And I spent like $3,000 on that.
Okay. And on sale. Okay. And on sale on Amazon right now, it's going for, I think, like over 25, right?
Yeah, over 25. They're about 30. Yeah.
Okay. So 5x from what you bought it from. That is perfect. This is something that I always stress to people. You have to make sure that the amount that you pay your supplier, and you can include shipping in there, you should be listing it 5 times from what you bought it. That would be completely worth your time. I mean, I would say 4x is okay.
Yeah.
Anything less than that, you should not be wasting your time and energy, especially for Amazon. I can't speak for other brands or, you know, whatever. But on Amazon, you don't want to waste your time and energy on that. Okay. So January 2019, we ordered it.
Yeah.
So when did it go live and when did you launch it?
So it arrived early March, and that's when, and during that time, that's when I took time to, you know, really fluff up my product listing, get really, really good pictures. And then on like the 1st or 2nd week of March is when I launched my product, and I launched it using only PPC.
PPC launch, organic launch only.
Yep, it is king.
Yeah, it is. It is. And I stress this so much. Nobody has to cheat. You don't have to cheat, right? You really?
No. I made the mistake of using the giveaway method for the first 3 products, and that's why I fucked up.
Oh, no, I did too. So I used to teach the giveaway method when I first started, right? And it worked. Like it worked 100% over a year ago. If we want to go back to, if we want to go back into like 2018, 2017.
Yeah.
Oh, it worked like a charm. It was so easy.
Yeah.
But those days are gone, and everything that I've been teaching people on my channel, in my courses, and same with Kevin, I've always said, you guys have to be using PPC. And even if you use some cheating method, because there are little tricks
here and there, little
tricks out there, right? Yeah. At the end of the day, you still have to go back to PPC, because it's the only thing that's going to find you longer tail keywords, get you a ton of organic sales, and most importantly, build an audience, like a fan base for your brand that actually want to buy your products. You're not, you know, it just doesn't get better than that. So speaking of a PPC, what did you think about my PPC training course? So you guys, Kevin is a student of my FBA Winners PPC training. How did that go? I know we had a few calls, but let's hear it from your side.
So the PPC course, I got it because although my launch was successful, I was still like burning money through PPC because I didn't really know how to optimize. I was kind of just guessing. Yeah. It was kind of like, I guess I'll keep this one, or I'll guess I'll, you know, put this in the negative column or whatever. or how to find more keywords, stuff like that. I was just kind of guessing out there.
Yeah.
So it wasn't the most profitable at first. So I was like, okay, let me just get some like ground rules and go get on Tamara's course. So your course was super, super helpful because it gave me more confidence in like analyzing PPC weekly, monthly, and instead of guessing, now it's more like, all right, this doesn't make sense. Why would I keep this here? Let me put it here. This bid is a little too low. Let me increase it, and just little things like that. And so now, ever since I took your course, my PPC has been profitable since.
I've been following your Instagram. By the way, I'll link Kevin's Instagram handle in this video as well. But dude, you're killing it in PPC. I think you got like a few percent ACOS.
Oh, dude, there's one that had like 5%.
Yeah, and it's possible. It's possible. But the only way to get these super low ACOS is if you know how to optimize.
Yeah.
And I mean, when you're launching a product on Amazon, it doesn't matter what product it is. If you do not know how to optimize, you can have the greatest product in the world and just fail.
Exactly. Or if like you don't know how to build the right type of campaign.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, and when it comes to building campaigns, anybody can just build it. I mean, it's not rocket science, but it's the strategy and the optimization and really tweaking which keywords are working, how to put away the keywords that are not to make it profitable, like how Kevin did.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the key right there.
So the big question that everybody's dying to hear me ask is, how long did it take to make profits?
So to make profits, so like I said, I have 2 successful products. Both of them took a couple of months. It only took like 2 months, 2-3 months at max to become profitable.
And that is because you knew what you were doing. Like you just knew what you were doing.
Straight up. That was just like, it all worked out, you know. I haven't gone negative like since like, I think March, April, May, I think May, like, yeah. Like, I haven't been negative like most of the year at all. So
now it's just, so now can you actually say that it's just reordering and trying to like improve a few things, or how are you managing the Amazon business now? Is it just strictly just reordering, everything's just going?
Honestly, like I only spend maybe like 30 minutes to an hour a week on my Amazon business, and it's just optimizing my PPC and then also reordering or tracking when I need to reorder and stuff. And that's really it. And then kind of hitting the refresh button like 50 times. Yeah. That's kind of nice. So,
that's such a bad habit. I have to delete my app. I was like,
hates me for that.
Yeah. No, I'm so excited for how was Black Friday and Cyber Monday?
Okay, so, well, I think I could pull it up on my phone here.
Oh, he's got the phone.
I got the phone because we about to show the proof. I don't know is that clear? I don't know.
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay. So on Black Friday,
dude, you're at 50K. What the F?
Oh shit. Oh, that's nice. Great. Well, there you go. I'm at 50K right now.
It was a few weeks ago when it was only like at 30 something.
Yeah. Black Friday, Cyber Monday coming in clutch. So on let's see, on Black Friday, I did a little over like 4K. And then on Cyber Monday, I did a little over 7K. So
Cyber Monday was really good this year.
Oh man, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. It literally blew through my goals.
Yeah. So I guess you're ready to order the next big shipment before the Chinese suppliers go on holiday.
Actually, I already did that. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I already did that. I was like, let me prepare myself because these guys, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Listen to Kevin. Just listen way ahead of the game.
All right.
Okay, so that's good. You're profiting. It took a few months after you find your winning product. I mean, realistically, you found it in January. It got into the warehouse in March, and then you started profiting in the summertime, which is
around May.
Yeah, and this is the most like common trend I see when you do find a winning product. Even for myself, I remember my very first winning product. It took 6 months to profit. 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. And once you have that product, it's really just reordering. And if customers are saying bad things in your reviews, you try to fix it in your next batch. How have you been handling the bad reviews, or do you get bad reviews?
I have not got, I've maybe got one bad review, and it was like, it was an Amazon complaint. It was like, oh, Amazon didn't deliver it on time. And that was it. Like, other than that, I have 5 stars on both my products, and I have over like 30, 40 reviews.
Look at this guy bragging right here, you guys.
Shoot. Like, I made sure I gave a really good product. Like, I looked at it in a customer standpoint. I was like, okay, if I was buying this, how would I want it? And so I just wanted to be the best product it can. So because of that, like, it's been bulletproof, like no bad reviews. So I've been chilling.
You have a really good product, and you actually got in. I remember telling you, oh my gosh, if you don't get in right now, it's like a little saturated, just like
right now it's saturated.
Yeah, right now it's saturated.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you have to get in the right time, check the trends, do all the research to differentiate, and you have a bulletproof product. Yeah.
That's how it works out. That's how it works out. So I was really happy with that. Really
awesome. So what's in plan for the future? Let's hear it before I let you go.
Yeah, well, I mean, first off, from November, I was able to profit over $15,000. So pretty crazy. So like I said, I'm 23 now. I still live at my mom's. So my game plan is to finally move out and find my own place now.
Hey, I moved out at 23. That's the first time I moved out.
There we go. Then it all works out. So and to me, that's like a very big accomplishment to be able to move out on your own in California, because California, it ain't cheap.
Dude, it ain't cheap here either, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, exactly. So to be able to finally do that is super, super rewarding. And I literally could not have been able to do that without doing Amazon FBA. So yeah. So that's
awesome.
And also scaling the Amazon business, of course. That's what I'm
doing. Yeah. Are you adding more products or?
Absolutely. So I have my own brand on Amazon now, obviously. So I'm working around this brand. So I'm just adding more products within that. I already have one that's on its way. And then I'm planning on launching that one in the beginning of 2020.
Hey, and now you know how to launch it. It's really just rinse and repeat.
That's all it is.
Rinse and repeat.
Product research takes a while. That's all.
Sorry?
Product research is the only thing that takes a while.
Yeah. So. But you know what? Like, everyone who is watching, every startup business, it doesn't matter what business you have. It's Amazon, it's Shopify, it's opening up your own hot dog stand, selling hot dogs. It's super painful in the beginning.
Yeah. There's going to be some pains that you're going to go through.
Yeah, it's growing pains. And even for myself, I experience these pains often, you know, and it's not something we just share to the public. We're not going to be like, oh my God, you know, that's not
tough skin in the business too. You got to learn how to have tough skin and learn from your mistakes and not keep making the same mistakes. And that's what, how I found success. Just have some tough skin. That's all.
And put your ego and pride aside.
Yeah, because I reinvested all my money back into it before I started like taking in anything. So with all the profits, I just kept putting it back, and that's the reason why I have like a good Cyber Monday and Black Friday, is because it's just inventory. Yeah. So.
And eventually, as long as that repeats itself, you're just going to grow and grow more profits, which is what everybody
It'll
wants.
Stabilize itself after a while.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's not going to be the first shipment. We're not going to lie. It's not going to be the second one.
Probably not.
Yeah. I would say after the third-ish shipment, depending on how your launch goes, that's when you start really profiting.
Yeah. And then you can actually put things back and it starts working out from there. So key point.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Kevin, so much for your time. And thank you all for joining us. Kevin is in the FBA Winners group, but please respect Kevin's time because he does get a lot of messages per day. If you guys can, post your questions to FBA Winners Facebook group, and we will be more than happy to answer your questions.
Yes, we will.
Have a lovely day. You guys, be sure to hit that like button, that thumbs up.
Smash.
Subscribe because you want to, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye.
People think I script everything.
What the How are they thinking that?
How much am I paying you today? Tell everybody how much.
She's paying me so much. She's paying me so much right now. God. Okay.
I found you in the Philippines.
You found me in the Philippines? Oh yeah, that's right. I'm a VA.